What's going on, guys? I'm back with another one. And I have a brand new suggestion box review for you guys. I just watched a movie called You're Next, starring Sharni Vincent, A.J. Bowen, and Nicholas Tucci. First of all, this goes without saying. You know that I have to give a huge shout out to, of course, the one and only Cheryl Burton. Yet again, she's brought us another wild one to watch, and I appreciate that very much. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Now, I really want to take time to talk about something I call the rich family trope. You've seen this in movies like Ready or Not. You've definitely seen this in movies like Knives Out. It's pretty much that rich, snobbish, horrible family, full of jealousy, always stabbing each other in the back. And you can only stand about two of those people in that family. Usually those two are somebody you feel sympathy for. All right, you feel sorry for these people for even being related to everybody else. Or you might just relate to them. And that's it. You know, this even happens in poor families. Great example, Killer Joe. All right, just a very messed up family still. Middle class too. American Beauty, another messed up family. Okay, it happens in each class with these movies, in a way. So my question is this: will Your Next be the same kind of family? Will that be the same exact dynamic that they possess as well? We're about to find out. Let's go. You're Next, for those who don't know, for those who are not aware, this was some years back, 2013 to be exact. And to be fair, there were a lot of movies with people who wore crazy Halloween-like masks. Okay, I'm not going to mention the big famous one, but yes, so this can tend to cross the mind and leave it real quick without you even remembering that this movie existed. That's kind of what happened for me. All right, so You're Next. It's pretty much about, of course, a rich family, like I mentioned, named the Davisons, or the Davisons, or however you're going to pronounce that, who decide to all get together to celebrate their parents' wedding anniversary. All right? And within celebrating this anniversary, they have no clue or idea that there are a few psychotic killers already posting up in their house, waiting to have their own celebration with that same exact family. Okay? And that is the creepy premise of that movie. Alright. Positives. Let me get this out. Let me say this right now. The blood, gore, and violence in this movie is absolutely immaculate. An immaculate amount that you would expect from a good slasher film. Okay, it is definitely at that level. All right, just the way that this family is hunted down like animals. The style in which these killers choose to attack the family. It's just crazy at the most. At the most, it's just it's something I didn't expect. Okay, the way they did it, it had. You can be on life support right now. Put this movie in front of that person. Their heart will get to beating. I guarantee you that. The heart will get to beating again. That coma will be no more. All right, they'll wake up out of your coma with this movie. It gets the adrenaline pumping. It really does. And then that leads me to another positive that I have to mention about this movie. The second kill. All right, and no one's who hasn't seen this movie yet. They're not gonna know what I'm talking about. They're not gonna know why I'm saying the second kill. So let me just say this. All right, you know that usually with horror movies, it's that first kill in the movie that gets you because you may not expect it, or it's something that you were anticipating because it's a horror movie. So of course it's got to happen sooner or later. When's the killing gonna start? The first one, there's something I hold to the first one, but it wasn't the same as the second kill. All right, it just the second kill. As they say, it hit different. Okay, it hit different, and I can't say a whole lot about the kill because you need to be surprised and shocked and not spoiled. Okay, but that second kill is what really woke me up with this movie, and I thought that things would kind of, keep up with that second kill. But we'll get into that a little later on. That second kill was life. Okay? Life that was taken, but it was life. Third positive. I haven't done this in a long time, but this movie actually has a creature. That's right. He doesn't have a name, but we'll just call him the Lamb Masked Killer. Now, I know there's about 2, 3, 4, how many ever killers in this movie with different animal masks on, right? For some reason, the particular one with the lamb mask just sticks out from the other killers. And it's odd to say because they're all crazy, obviously. They're all crazy. But it's the lamb mask killer that you can tell that he's not the same kind of crazy as everyone else. He's a step, maybe 2 or 3 steps higher when it comes to insanity than the other ones. Good example, there's a scene where he finally gets to put the fatal blow to one of his victims. And after he does so, he has this moment of pleasure for himself, as if he actually was climaxing from sex. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that because I can't get too crazy with that description. But let's just say he got there. He got there. It was good. He should have just pulled a cigarette out and smoked it after he did that kill, because that's how he felt. He felt vigorated from that kill. He felt excited. Something like he was relieved after the murder. None of the other killers did that. All right, so there was something to him already that just stood out. And every time the lamb masked killer came on, my eyes were glued to that screen because I had to know what route he was gonna go next. Okay, what was he gonna do next that was just gonna be eerie, okay, and weird, and just creep factor 1000. So I enjoyed his character a lot. Now, we're done with the positives. Okay, let's get to those negatives. I think I'm not saying this goes without saying, but the first negative, not a huge negative, but there was some bad acting in this film. Especially with the parents. Okay, the dad in particular, I've seen this actor a few times in other movies, and I hate to say this guy does the same character in every movie, and he's not that great of an actor in the first place. But he just just no. And the kids, a lot of the people in this movie, they're unknowns. Doesn't mean anything. There could be the unknown who stands out, who's still a great actor or actress. But there was not a lot to work with when it came to the art of theatrics and drama with these people. Just wasn't there. Now maybe one of the sons was doing his best, and there's a character in here named Aaron. That's actually a couple in this movie. They probably were the most decent actors in this movie. All right, I'll give it to them that. Another negative. Now, remember when I said trying to figure out what kind of family this was? Were they comparable to the other families that I was just listing off? I'm going to say this right now, man. No one, I'm serious, no one in this family are just good people. They are all pieces of trash. All right? They are all garbage people. They're all horrible. You have the older brother, Drake. Yes, his name is Drake. He has to be the worst one. He has to be the worst. Well, not the worst. I'm not gonna get into all that, but he's one of the worst ones. He's one of the bad ones. You know, he's very pompous and annoying, and he's just he takes every chance to brag about himself and kiss the dad's butt constantly. And even in the wrong times, he chooses to pick arguments with his other brother and whatever, and just judge everybody. And he's just And then there's the youngest sister. I think she's the youngest, who she may not seem like a bad person at first, but like there's this part in this movie where it's the wrong time again. Okay, it's the wrong time to be saying any of this. And she's worried about them not taking her serious. It's just the way that she said it. All right. You never back me up. Y'all never take me serious or something like that. And at this point in moment, who cares? You sound like a little spoiled brat. Okay. And of course, in the middle of the family, the mid siblings, they are just horrible people too. All right. And they're all in their own sick ways. They're just not good people. So this one definitely doesn't have the thing that the other families had. All right. It's all the way bad for that. Now, there's a character I have to get to real quick. Her name's Erin, the girlfriend of one of the sons. Okay, named Crispin. This is not a spoiler because it's obvious from the trailer that she's a total badass. Okay? I'm not going to say why, but there's something about her in this that's revealed in this movie, or talked about in this movie, that it just doesn't make any sense. Because first of all, it feels like one of those moments where it's a little too on the nose. It's a little too on the nose to be in this movie. All right, with the whole explanation of that. Plus, when they explain whatever about her, it doesn't make any sense because there's things that she does. There are a few things that she does that would kind of go against what was explained about her. Okay, and to understand what I'm saying, you have to watch the movie, of course. So please watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. One last negative that I have to point out. There were a few twists and turns that I predicted immediately. Not all of them. I didn't predict all of them. But for the most part, the twists are highly predictable. And that put a big scratch on this movie for me. And I think maybe if I would have seen this movie when it first came out, I wouldn't have caught those twists before they happened. But because of I've seen so many movies like this, I just knew. So with that, I'm giving this an cool. All right, yes, I have to give this an cool. I think one of the big reasons I just did not feel sorry for anybody in this movie. I didn't have sorrow for anyone. No character, okay, for me. All right, press that like button, share this video, and you better subscribe.